Okay, we're going to talk about the formation of your business for a boat detailing firm, uh, one that you will probably want to start. This is part of the startup series for mobile detailing and yacht detailing. Um, First of all, you need to decide what type of business you want to start. Are you going to be a sole proprietorship? Are you going to make it a partnership? Um, and are you going to make yourself a corporation? Do you have assets like a home and other things that you want to protect so that if someone sues you, they can't just come take it all? Remember, we live in a litigious society, and people are always out to take stuff through lawsuits rather than working. It's kind of an interesting profession all of its own. And speaking of which, I am not a lawyer, so this is not legal advice. I'm explaining to you some considerations for putting into your business plan as you think through the process and decide what type of business strategy you're going to use, what type of legal strategy you're going to use, and what type of business licenses you will need to get this thing going. Okay. Some say that the best thing to do with lawyers is to take all the lawyers and take the good ones and put them on a cruise ship and put all the bad ones in a prison and then blow up the prison and then sink the cruise ship. Okay, I'm not going to go that far because that would be a terrorist threat. I'm just saying that those people have some interesting ideas. Maybe they should be in business for themselves as well. It is a self-serving industry, but the good thing about business startups is most attorneys who deal with um, business formation and the incorporation papers and all of that will allow you to speak to them for 30 minutes and you explain what you need and they'll explain things and answer all your questions and you can decide if you want to do it. Now there will be some money involved later. Maybe it's going to be $1,500 for them to set it all up or what have you. Depends on what state you're in. Some of them get a lot of money. It's best to get an attorney that's local, someone you know, someone that you trust, someone that has the right connections in case you ever do get in a lawsuit. They can refer you to big guns to come in and win the case. In the legal realm, it's all about winning. Just like it is in business, you're going to win your market share. Okay, so there are a number of ways you can go about setting up your business. Perhaps you're going to do, it's just going to be you and or your spouse and you, or maybe you and a business partner. If you're going to have a business partner, you need a partnership agreement, and that's something in addition to the incorporation papers. If you decide to incorporate, you might want to make a limited liability company, an LLC. You've heard a lot about that. An attorney can explain why that might be advantageous and why you might not need it. If you don't have a lot of assets, you're young, you just want to start your business, so sole proprietorship might be the best way to go. As you make a little bit more money, you buy more insurance to protect yourself from those kinds of liabilities. People can sue you for any reason. They can make up stuff. They can slip and fall on the dock and go, I slipped on your power cord, or I slipped on the wax that you dropped. And it doesn't have to be true or not. They can sue you. And if they have a more powerful lawyer than yours, they're going to win. And then you're going to be working a whole lot just to pay them back. Or you have to file bankruptcy, and it just gets in a whole can of worms. So you need to understand what all those things are, how it all works, and go find yourself an attorney. Okay, so where do you find a good business attorney or a good business consultant that maybe has a law degree? Well, you can go down to your local Chamber of Commerce. You can go down to the SBDC, Small Business Development Center, and you can talk with them. And they will also give you a free consultation, perhaps sit down with you for an hour and explain all this. Maybe refer you to an attorney that can help you once you kind of got a little bit of an idea of what you want to do, and the attorney can answer those other questions and then put all the paperwork together for you. If you decide to make a corporation. Maybe you don't need a corporation. For some people, that's just ridiculous. For other people, it makes sense. It is additional cost. And that is upfront cost. You're going to have to think about how you're going to pay for all this. Remember, you have to buy equipment, you're going to have to set up your business, you're going to have to pay the lawyers, and you have to pay accountants, and you're going to pay all these people. But you might also be able to just go QuickBooks, and you might be able to just start a sole proprietorship, go down and get your licensing, and go have at it, which is what I hope that you're able to do. Now, if you have assets and you have other things, you don't want to risk all this. It's just not worth risking all that you have earned your entire life and all the things that you've accumulated on such a non-wise move in your business strategy setup. So. Let's say you do crowdfunding. You get 100 different people all going to be your business partners, and they all put in $250 or $500 each, or some amount. And all these people own a percentage of your business. Hopefully it's less than 40%, all the other people, because you want to make sure you have a controlling interest in the company. Well, if all these crowdfunded partners are now your partners, then you need a different kind of partnership agreement. And that gets into a whole new type of law, and it's just emerging now. Remember, this is I'm doing this video on 2014, and the year's just started. Crowdfunding is now coming into play. Things are changing. You got to make sure it's all legal and done properly. Otherwise, you can't do it. And if you do it wrong, there's going to be hell to pay. I just know there's going to be a lot of litigation in that new crowdfunding if it's not done right. So you need to get with people who know what they're doing, and it's new. So it's best attorney wins, right? So you want to make sure you get all that done correctly. Now I mentioned the SBDC. SBA has seminars. They're boring as hell. You sit through it and you want to just cringe. They're the worst monotone speakers in the world, talking legalese and jargon and crap, and you're just sitting in the audience going, what the hell is going on? This is my government at work advising me how to run a business. Well, look, those people who are in government don't run businesses, and they don't know what they're doing. The people at the SBDC and the SCORE counselors, now the SBDC is mostly academics, but there are SCORE counselors and there are Service Corps of Retired Executives. They've been in business before. Most of them have worked for corporations, though. Then there's the Active Corps of Retired Executives, or the Active Corps of Executives are people in the swing of things. They're out doing it right now. They are volunteering a little extra time to help start up businesses. Those are good people to talk to. Best of all, the people to talk to are small business people that run small shops on the corner, and they have figured out how to get it all done. And successful businesses that have been in business more than 5 years, go talk to someone who's running one of those proprietorships. Those are the best people to talk to. Get an idea, maybe talk to everyone, go to the SBDC. If you can stomach it, go sit down through one of those SBA seminars, and they suck. They really do. I'm not gonna lie to anyone. I'm not gonna be politically correct on this. They really are no good, and I don't care who knows it. I say it. And I was a former franchisor, so I know what I'm talking about. I've had endless numbers of franchisees go to these seminars and pull their hair out. Seriously. Okay, now, but there are some other groups that are even better. If you're a minority, they have black business groups, they have Hispanic business groups, Asian business groups. Go to those. Because then there's a whole bunch of people just like you who get it. Okay, they don't have any white business people's groups. Otherwise, I'd advise you to go to one of those. No, just kidding. I don't want to get in any trouble with anyone about being non-politically correct. There are no white business groups. They're only for white people. So don't even think you can go there. Okay. Now, if you're a minority, you can go ahead and go to one of their special business groups. Or if you're a woman-owned business, and it's funny, I've been to them and I've spoken at them before, and the women business groups, boy, those young ladies really kick butt. They are really into this. So if you know of if you have a local women's group, and you probably do, that helps people get their businesses going, and you're a woman, go to that and listen to what they have to say, and they'll help you out, and they have all the referrals to all the right people and get you in business really quick and done right, so you don't screw anything up. I recommend those. And I'm not even a sexist. I don't know if they have any male-only business groups. White male-only business groups, I know they don't have those. But of course, previously they had the Rotary Kiwanis Optimus Elks Lions Club, and they were all kind of business people, kind of movers and shakers, status quo of the town, and they were just kind of doing a little business there. Okay, so but really now they're more nonprofit groups. They're not really just business only, although a lot of them are business people. But now they integrate with women and men and any minority. Boy, they really want your help. So it doesn't matter who you are, as long as you can help the community and be part of the group. Okay. There are also business coaches and local networking groups, which can be very good, and you get a lot of information very quick on how to get your business started up. Now, how about your local area? You might have live in a county, a city, a town, a township, any number of designations like that, and they have obviously business licenses, county permits. They have environmental rules that you have to get signed off on, and if you go into just about any business, you will see a whole list of permits and things that they have. And every business has to have them, occupation permits and these kinds of things. Luckily, if you're in a service business, there aren't as many. But you do have to comply with all that's available. And the only way to find out what they are is you really have to go, and you have to go and talk it out, find it out. So, okay, so you go down to the city business license. You ask them, what the rules are. For boat cleaning, there are probably environmental rules working around the water. You got to find out what they are. Make sure you comply with them. Fill out their certificates and the forms and the business license and everything that they're asking for. If you're going to run the business out of your home as your home office, then you probably have to get a permit for that too as well. If you're going to have a homeowner association, they're probably going to want to ask you what you think you're doing there, what kinds of chemicals you're going to store in your garage, if you're going to have any deliveries, and you might, because you might get stuff, buy stuff online and have it delivered. So if you have too many deliveries too many times a week, pisses off the neighbors. Homeowner associations are kind of finicky about that, so you have to learn all those things too. Another thing is if you're going to run your business at the local marina, local marinas have their own rules because it might be private property, or they might have restrictions of who can come and go, and you will need maybe security clearance. If you have a local port, well, ports now are run by the Department of Homeland Security. Has a whole little port deal where they make sure that anyone who goes onto the property has a background check, just like if you're going to work on an airport. So those are those kinds of things also. And these are all things that you're going to need, and all your employees working with you will also need the same background check. So as your business gets bigger, or you get bigger contracts, or you may be doing corrosion control for larger boats, maybe even ships, you're going to need all these things. So your little small boat cleaning business can get very big very quickly and have all kinds of hoops you have to jump through, red tape, bureaucracy. You're going to have to just start dealing with it. You got to find out what they are. You need to go down and find out. And if there's a harbor, there's a harbor master. If it's a county-owned harbor or a city-owned harbor or a state-run facility, you have to make sure that all those people are happy with what you're doing. So those are the things you need to know about getting started legally and who you need to go talk to. So, your next step is to watch this video and just start and stop it as you're writing down the notes of what I've just said. And then go out there and find out what you're going to need and and how much it's going to cost you for all the different permits and the insurance requirements and additional insurance certificates. All these things, they're going to be demanded of you, and you don't know what they are yet until you go find out. And every city and county and parish and whatever you want to call it, province, has always been different. Every single place that we've taken, well, previously I was a franchisor of a cleaning service company, and we did nationwide stuff. So every single place I went to was a little bit different. I can't tell you exactly what the rules are, exactly where you are, but I can tell you there are rules. You must follow them, and you're going to want to keep yourself safe and legal and keep everything above board. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below or shoot me an email, and I'll be glad to answer you right away. I'm pretty good about that. Give me a day or so, but chances are I'll get back to you in the same 24-hour period. Okay? Thank you very much, and have a great day. And hey, good luck in your business. I think it's kind of a cool thing to do, and I hope you have a great time and make money. That's important, because whatever you're doing, you have to do it and have fun, but you need to make money too. Okay?